show you some instructions how to set up. Most likely you will receive a mining rig with simple mining software, and because we think it's the best software to use for mining it, so it's very easy to set up and mine multiple coins, and the switching for other currency mining is very simple. So when you receive your mining rig, it will be probably have a packaging around it. You have to carefully remove all the packaging, the plastic between the cards, and all the bubble wrap around it. And also you need to check the sockets. You know, usually the riser sockets sometimes gets loose from the shipping. You check them if they are fit in right, all of them. And the gaps between the cards, if they are even, to get a better cooling, because they might move around in shipping. So on your SSD card, there will be loaded simple mining software, and with your purchase email address, and it will be connected straight to your simple mining account. And you can log into it through a web browser as a remote control. So first of all, when all the packaging is removed, you need to connect the power cable in power supply and into the power socket at your home. Then the next thing you need to do is connect the LAN cable in the LAN cable socket. And the monitor always will be in the second GPU from the left. This is the master GPU, second from the left from the power supply side. And this here. Okay, and after that, you just press this small button to turn on. It's mounted on the power supply. Sorry, that broke off. And watch also the cables on the top of the CPU fan, and check if the CPU fan is spinning, because the cables might get stuck on the fan. So you can see the software is booting. It will take a few minutes till it boots. And also time to time, what I want you to show you, to check these plastic things under the risers, because from the heat they sometimes come off and might fall into the CPU fan and stop it to spin. Just check them, and if they are loose, just take them off. After the mining rig is booted, you will need to log into your web browser into simpleminer.net homepage, and type in your email address to log in this miner. This miner has to be on to see it on your back office. Okay, it says there, registering rig at the simpleminer.net. This is the homepage of your remote control of this rig. It's not necessary, you even don't need a monitor, you just need to turn on the mining rig, and yeah, and it will turn on. You don't need a monitor, because you can remotely control from the simpleminer.net homepage. So I will take you now into the my PC, and will show you how to set up the mining rig from there. Okay, so we are in our simpleminer.net homepage, where we can log in into our miner. So the first thing you need to do is click the button here in the right top corner, login, register, and then you need to type your email address with which you have purchased the mining rig. So we will use for this example info@mineshop.eu, and then you click I'm not a robot and click login. So what that will do, that will send you a verification email to your address and to your email address, and you will need to click that link to log in to your miner back office. You can see it here, simple mining authorization. Okay, and that opens your remote control, and we can see that we have one miner here, the miner what I just showed you in the video, and it's the setup is pretty straightforward. It is so you can see all the overclock and the temperature on the cards and the fan speeds, and you can do the edits on overclocking. And also the first thing what you will need to do is to set up what currency you want to mine. Most likely it will be for Ethereum, so I will show you for how to set it up for Ethereum. So you need to click this red button, options, wallets, miner selection, and then you just choose the miner what you want to use. Like we will be using Claymore Ethereum 9.3 version, and on the default it's connected to the dwarf pool. So what you will need to do is just copy your Bitcoin address and Ethereum address in this, and then save option, and it will automatically start mining for Ethereum to the dwarf pool. So I will go in and do that. Copy. Okay, and save. Okay, and that's ready for mining. Next thing what you want to do is change the mining rig name. So we go in here and choose change name, and we call it test rig 1. Save. Okay, after that you have done, you want to apply some overclocking on your cards, because they will be mining at the moment at stock. So most likely if you have a mining rig with RX 470s or RX 570s, the core clock for Ethereum mining will be 1100. And this, if you put like only once 1100, it will be applied to all of the cards, but you can do it also separately, like for one card 1000, for the second card, for the third 1100. So I have the car clock set up for all cards the same, and memory clock will be most likely 2000 for all of the cards, and it works the same way. You can set up overclock for each card separate. So what does that mean? What's good about it? Because sometimes not all the cards can handle the overclock. Even the same brand cards, even the same series, they can't handle as much overclock as the others, because they are slightly worse manufactured. The chips are slightly worse manufactured. Then you will need to not lose the mining speed, you will need to reduce the memory clock on the card which is crashing. So we can also reduce the power limit to the cards to save some energy and keep the graphics cards cooler. Also we can set up the fan speeds on the graphics cards. I like to keep it 80, but all depends, you know, what room temperature you have, and I like to keep the cards under 65 Celsius, so they have a longer lifetime. So you just save the settings, and your mining rig is ready for mining.
Is it?
And you can see also there's a console. You can see what's happening inside the mining rig. Also, what you can do from your back office, reload your miner program or reboot your mining rig. Let's do that. So yes, that's basically it. Your mining rig is ready for mining. Also, you can edit these settings here if you like to connect to the different pool, like for example to the Ethermine. So you just go to Ethermine, and then you select the closest mining pool to you. So for example, if you are in Europe, you select this pool here, copy, and just copy over to dwarf pool address and save this option, and it will be mining now on the Ethermine. The same works also for other currencies, like for example ZCASH. You can use Claymore Miner and just fill out your details, the username to pool, and it will connect. It has already the bat files on the default. You can see them here. If you sometimes mess up the bat file here, the custom miner option, then you just can back it up by copying this file over back to your custom miner options, and it will mine on a default. Okay, that's basically it for the mining rig setup, and thanks again for purchasing products in mineshop.eu, and yeah, hope it works out well for you. Bye now.